Welcome to Hair Metal Revolution, where we're taking the music back and giving it the respect that it deserves. Today, we're going to rank the Motley Crue 80s albums, the five main albums. You know, the one with Vince Neil before they went crazy and got another singer, which that was a good album. But, you know, we're talking about the first five Motley Crue albums, the one that everybody knows. And we're going to rank them from 5 to 1. Now, remember, it doesn't really matter where the albums fall on my rankings because they're all good. Well, most of the albums are good. So, guys, come on. This is the fucking Crue we're talking about here. So let's get into it. Let's get a little Crue dirtiness. All right, number 5. All right, my number 5. We're going to start with the album Theater of Pain. Okay? Now, I got to be honest with you guys. This wasn't their best work. I mean, if you really seriously think about it, when you look at the song listing, City Boy Blues, didn't do nothing for me. Louder Than Hell, didn't do nothing for me. Save Your Souls, Use It or Lose It, Raise Your Hands, Fight for Your Rights. I mean, if you really got to be honest, and this is the show about being honest, they only really had 2 decent songs, right? Smoke in the Boys' Room and Home Sweet Home, which, of course, everybody loves Home Sweet Home.
You know I'm a dreamer.
For good reasons. Good reason. Great ballad. But this is how I knew there was a problem with this album. And you can agree with me on this, or you don't have to agree with me on this. Their first single off the album was Smoking in the Boys' Room.
Woo! You ever seem to have one of those days when everyone's on your case from your teacher all the way down to your best girlfriend? Well, you know, I used to have just about all the time, but I found a way to get out of it. Let me tell you about.
And I always have this. And if you think I'm crazy, let me know in the comments. If you lead a single off an album with a remake, it probably means you have a shitty album. It really does. Listen, your first single is like a trailer to a movie. It's a song to get you excited, to get you to love the album. You know, it's usually your best song from the album, right? And if you're telling me that you have to have a remake to say this is your best song on the album, then you get what you get. If it wasn't for Home Sweet Home, seriously, to this day, that album sold over 4 platinums. 4 platinums. I'm telling you, Home Sweet Home, if that song was not on that album, I think that maybe the album maybe gone platinum or maybe gold just because what they did with their second album. But I don't want to say the second album because we still got to work ourselves up. All right. Now we are about to move into number 4. And I'm talking about number 4 is, this might shock you. You ready? You're going to throw the beer can at me? You're going to throw a bottle through the window? It's all right, people. Number 4 is Dr. Feelgood. And a lot of you are like, what? Dr. Feelgood? That should be number 1. Listen, I understand. Dr. Feelgood, that intro, that drums, the way fucking Tommy Lee is sick. Fucking awesome. Kickstart My Heart is like their anthem. But to be honest with you, all the rest, listen, Without You, I think that's a shitty ballad. I'm just saying. Every other song, it's way too polished. It's way too clean of an album for a Motley Crue album. It wasn't dirty enough. You know what I mean? Like, listen, don't go away, man. Just go away. It's a good song, but it's a clean song. You know, it's Rattlesnake Shake. No, cute. Same old situation. That bridge, you know, where everybody would say, I love Same Old Situation. The preppies, the jocks, the rocks. It's one of those songs that it is made for technically everybody. You know, I'm more not the dirtiness, you know, more that it's for me. So, you know, if you take away Dr. Feelgood and Kickstart My Heart, the other songs, they're average or better, which is why it's better than Theater of Pain all the way. But I will tell you, Dr. Feelgood, that drum solo just fucking kicks fucking ass. But still good, solid album. All right. Now it's time to go to number 3. Now, number 3 is the album Girls, Girls, Girls. And I remember as a group, when we bought this album, we're all keeping our fingers crossed, say, please let this be better. Please let this be better than Theater of Pain. We don't want a remake to be the first single off the album. Then Girls, Girls, Girls came out. You know, that little Girls, Girls, Girls is Crue. The sluttiness of their lyrics, you know, what the song's about. It's like, okay, the Crue is going back to its roots. You know, it's more bar rock. If you want to call it bar rock, whatever kind of rock you want to call, Girls, Girls, Girls was a little bit more going back to Too Fast for Love album. So I appreciate it. I love the song Wild Side. Kick ass motherfucking song. I love All in the Name of 5 Years Dead. And I'm going to tell you something. Now, they did do a remake, Jailhouse Rock, but at least they didn't lead the album off with Jailhouse Rock. Now, if they would have led the album off with Jailhouse Rock, I'd be like, oh shit, here we go again. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Now, I told you I don't like Without You ballad, but they had a ballad on this album called You're All I Need. Now, that's a Crue ballad. That, seriously, listen to the song. The lyric is about you love someone, but she's dead. I mean, it's so Crue. That's the kind of ballad that if Crue's going to do a ballad, it's got to be like that. Pile of blood, love, heart. I mean, that is so fucking Crue. That's a fantastic ballad. I don't know why they didn't put that ballad on my top 5 ballads because it's that good. It could be on the top 5. So why they did a song like Without You, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to please the preppy crowd, the soft crowd, the new kids in the block who finally joined forces. I don't know. But I'm telling you, You're All I Need is a fucking Crue ballad. You know, you can't go wrong with it. All right. We've got 2 more left. So how am I going to do the 2 albums? What is it? Let's do the drum roll. This is so hard because number 2 and number 1 are almost tied. They're like tied. They're both great in certain ways, but it cringe for me to say Too Fast for Love is my number 2. Love Wire. Love Wire. I'm making up Crue song. Hey, Crue, Vince, do a song called Love Wire, right? Come on, Nikki Sixx, Love Wire, right? Okay. Live Wire, Come On and Dance, Public Enemy number 1, Merry Go Around, Take Me to the Top. I mean, Too Fast for Love, that song fucking rocks. On with the show. Listen, this is a fantastic album. You know, if anybody tells me that this is their favorite, I get it 100%. And when I talk about my number one, I guess you'll see why I put it as number one. Okay, maybe why. So number two, it's a great fucking album. You gotta listen to it. If you're gonna start with the Crue album, I always say start with the first debut and go up. All right, because Too Fast for Love is just so fantastic. I cringe to put it at number two because it's so close to my number one. Okay, so my number one, I mean, you already know it's the only album left. I am talking about Shout at the Devil. And I'm going to tell you why. Listen, all the songs are good, just like Too Fast for Love. You know, Looks to Kill, that fucking guitar riff is so fucking bad. You know, Helter Skelter is a good remake, but Red Hot, Knock 'Em Dead, 10 Seconds to Love, Danger, God Bless the Children of the Beast. Now, why did I put this number one? Because I remember the first time I heard Crue. It's more of a nostalgia, I guess you could say. When I heard the beginning part of In the Beginning, straight to Shout at the Devil. I mean, it was like this song spoke to me. This song was telling the fucking nation of the world, the young adults, the kids, whatever you want to say, rise up. Start shouting at the devil. Basically, you know, shouting at the Congress, the presidents, the people in power. Those were the devils. Those are the people you're supposed to shout out. You know, I did a comparison to some like younger people when Skid Row was like their band that they got into metal. You know, Youth Gone Wild, because they spoke to them. I feel Shout Out the Devil was the same way, you know, back in '83. And it's so awesome. And every every album did well. I mean, listen, Too Fast for Love went platinum. Then you go to Shout the Devil, went 4 platinum. Then Theater of Pain, somehow it went 4 platinum too, which that's a weaker type of album. Girls, 4 platinum. Then you go to Dr. Feelgood, 6 platinum. And that makes sense. When Dr. Feelgood, they were at the hype of their career. I mean, it was, and then of course, grunge came in. You know, they got a new singer, and that album went gold. Now, did it go gold because they got a different singer, or were people tired of Motley, or was it the grunge? I think it was a combination of all three. Motley is that band that you gotta have Vince Neil's voice.
He's a wolf screaming lonely in the night. He's a blood stain on the stage. He's a tear in your eyes, being tempted by his life. He's a nine many baby's rage. Well, he's a raging in the night, lonely in the light. My head's spinning round and round.
It's not Motley without Vince Neil. It's not Motley without Nikki Sixx, Tommy Lee. Now, Mick Mars is Motley Crue. Johnny Five is doing great with the band, so I don't want to say it's still not Motley because Mick Mars in it, but we all know, we all love Mick Mars. We love him, and we hope his health gets better and all that, but Johnny Five is doing a great job with Motley. They're still kicking ass on tour. I saw them with Def Leppard and Poison and Rat. Great fucking show. So that was my ranking. So guys, tell me, am I crazy with my rankings? What's your 5 in order of the Motley Crue albums? Okay, I want to know. And guys, subscribe and hit that fucking bell because great content is coming your way every single day. And guys, again, I have always say this. We are taking the music back and giving it the respect that it deserves. I'll see you next time.